Knees wide, toes touching. Sit back towards your heels and activate the arms. So lift your elbows, press down through your palms, and then push the palms away from you. Just feeling that lengthening through the spine as you draw the tailbone down towards your heels. And then inhaling, lift up into tabletop. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders. I want to shuffle your knees back a little and tuck your toes under. And to come into puppy pose. So then you'll walk your hands forward, but keep your hips over your knees. Turn your tailbone up to the ceiling. And then draw your forehead down to the mat. So feel that drawing of the armpits downwards, lengthening of the tailbone up. And then inhaling, coming back to tabletop. You're going to loop the right arm underneath the left, but the back of the hand, the arm, instead of just going out to the side, it's going to go forward. And then press the back of the hand down and start to take your hips back. So feeling this into the stretch on the right side of your body. So you're not lying the shoulder down, you're keeping the shoulder lifted so you can roll the right hip back. Inhaling, come back to tabletop. And then exhale, other side, left, back of the left hand forward and down. And drawing that left hip back. Inhaling, coming back to tabletop. Going to lift the left knee up to hip height, flex at the ankle. So the toes are drawing back down towards your shin. And then you're just going to do small pulses up from hip height and not too fast. Squeeze your glutes. And then exhale, draw the left knee to your nose, curling in, puffing out between the shoulder blades and drawing the heel towards your bottom. Squeeze, and then exhale, lift again, knee to hip height, ankle over knee, pulsing up. Again, curling that knee to nose. And exhale back to tabletop, other side. Inhale, lift the right knee, flex at the ankle and the knee. And then pulses up. So try not to roll the right hip open too much. Trying to level the hips. It's almost like an internal rotation of the right thigh. Little pulses. But drawing the navel in, giving you more length to the front of the hip. Working through the glutes, and then exhale, curl that right knee to nose, push the floor away with the palms. Exhale, once more, coming back to these glute pulses. Inhale, draw the knee forward. And exhale back to tabletop. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes under, lifting up into down dog. So come up on your toes, bend your knees first, push through your palms, get that length in your spine, lifting the tailbone up, And then starting to take the thigh bones back, drawing the heels down, but keeping that tilt of the tailbone, feeling the hamstrings. And then inhale, walk feet towards hands. And slowly come to stand for Surya Namaskar A. Sun Salute A, standing in mountain. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. So when you're folding, you can bend your knees a little, bring your fingertips down, relax your head. Just feeling into the backs of the thighs. Inhaling to halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, palms into shins, straight arms, look up, tailbone up. Lovely stretch up the back body, but drawing the navel in to reach the chest forward. Exhale, palms down, step back for low press up, chaturanga. So rocking forward into plank, lowering to the mat. Hands beside rib cage, hug the elbows in, coming up on the inhale into cobra. So press down through the tops of your feet, feel the kneecaps lift. Exhale, lowering down, tuck your toes, lifting up into down dog. Take 3 breaths here. So you can move in your dog, you can walk your dog slowly, paddle your heels, stretching through the calves. Steadying the breath. And then inhaling up on your toes, bend your knees deeply, look forward, step forward to Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up, hands up, Urdhva Hastasana, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. So one more, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, Chaturanga, low press up. Roll forward into plank, hug the elbows in, lowering hips and chest to the mat. Inhale, Cobra, strong through the tops of the feet, press down through the pubic bone. And then exhale, tuck your toes, lifting up into down dog. 3 breaths. Then inhaling to come forward to halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reaching up, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. So standing in mountain at the front of the mat, take your weight into your right foot, lift your left knee up, point your toe, step back to high lunge. So feet hip distance apart, internal rotation of the back thigh. So you're up on the ball of the back foot, drawing the heel up towards the ceiling, hands to hips. Lift through the pelvic floor, draw your navel in, and then you're going to bend that back knee just to an inch off the mat, then use your glutes to squeeze back up. So come back up, the right leg stays bent with the knee over the ankle, and then lowering the back leg. So as you come up, squeeze the glutes, draw the tailbone down a little, feeling this lengthening in the front of the left hip. Keep going. So 2 more. Okay, and then legs stay the same, squeezing through that back thigh muscle to bone, pushing through the heel. Bring your hands to your heart, lean forward. So keep the right knee over the right ankle, building strength in the thigh muscles and the core. And then exhale, you're going to release the left palm down to the mat, under the left shoulder. Keep the chest reaching forward. Squeeze the thighs towards each other as you revolve up to the right. Reach up through the right fingertips. Press the floor away with the left palm. Don't let that right knee roll out. Turn your head up, shoulders away from ears. And then exhale, runner's lunge. Fingertips down either side of the front foot. Reach the chest, head forward. And then step left foot next to right. Come to halfway lift. Feeling into the backs of the thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. Hands up, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring your hands to your hips. Take your weight into the left foot as you inhale. Bring the right knee up. Point the toes, step back to high lunge. And making sure your feet are on train tracks, not on a tightrope, so balance side to side is easier. Left knee over left ankle, but make sure you can see the big toe on the inside. So the knee isn't folding in. Draw up through the core and then exhale. Bend the back knee to just almost kiss the mat. Squeeze the glutes in the right thigh. Using your breath. Inhale to come up and exhale to lower. And not too fast. The slower you go with more control, the harder it is. One more for luck. And then coming back, high lunge with squeeze muscle to bone on that back thigh. Left knee over left ankle, lean forward. Really building strength and length in the glute and hamstring on the front leg. Then exhale, right palm down, under right shoulder. Draw the navel in, start to revolve, drawing the right ribs towards the thigh. Bring the left arm up, reaching up and away so that arm isn't just hanging in there. You want to use that energy of pushing through the floor with the right palm, lifting up out through the left palm, fingertips. And then exhale, runner's lunge, fingertips beside the front foot. Sink those hips a little more, reach your chest forward, almost as if you're drawing the fingertips towards the back foot. And then exhale, step forward. Come to halfway lift, palms into shins, tailbone up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to come down onto our knees. From here, push the floor away. Feel you're puffing out between your shoulder blades. And then exhale, sinking the chest. So draw the shoulder blades towards each other so that it's not cat-cow. We're not tucking tailbone under. We're just mobilizing the shoulder blades. So keep the core neutral, the hips neutral. Push the floor away. Puff out between your shoulder blades. Keep the head in line with the spine. And then exhale, sink your chest down between your shoulder blades. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. And then coming back to neutral, draw your shoulder blades down towards your hips. To feel that action of shoulders away from ears, but gently. And then you're going to tuck your toes under. Take the left foot back, take the right foot back so you're in plank. Bring your feet towards each other so they're not too far apart. Hug the outer hips in, feel the inner thighs squeezing towards each other. Push down through the palms so you're puffing out between the shoulder blades. Feel the core really engaging. And then you're going to lower onto the left forearm, right forearm. Pause here a moment, then lift up left palm, right palm. Keep this inner hug of the ankles and shins. Right forearm down, left forearm, right palm, left palm. Pause here. And then lift your hips into down dog. You can move your feet apart a little if it feels good. Then inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. And then bend the right knee, roll the right hip up towards the ceiling. So you're stacking the hips, bringing that right foot behind you. Push the floor away so you're looking under the right armpit. Feel that stretch through the side of the hip. And then inhale, bring the knee back round and curl forward into plank. Curl the knee to nose. So it's almost like you're drawing the knee all the way up into your chest. And then exhale, three-legged dog. Come back into down dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift your left leg up. So the leg goes straight back, three-legged dog. So it's like an internal rotation. So the knee and the top of the foot are pointing down towards the floor. Lower the right heel to the mat. Then bend the left knee. Roll the knee out to the side so you're stacking the hips. Push the floor away with your palms. Looking under the left armpit. Feeling into the left hip. And then rolling the knee back down. Roll forward into plank, curl knee to nose, but that upward lift. Draw the heel towards your bottom. Exhale, three-legged dog. The leg goes straight back. Draw the heel down. And then bring your feet back into down dog. And drop your knees wide. Toes touching. Come down into a relaxed Balasana child pose. So you can rest your elbows, forearms down. Forehead to the mat. So if you're in a position where your head is dangling a little because your shoulders and spine are tight, you can just prop them on a cushion or your yoga block. Prop your head. Feeling the sinking sensation here, so deepening the stretch, the opening through the hips. And then inhale, coming up into tabletop and come to sit. Do a gentle twist before we finish. So knees bent, feet in front of you. Then bring the left heel to the outside of the right buttock. Either bring the right foot in front of the left shin, or if you can, you'll bring the foot across the left thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Hug your left arm around the right knee. Right hand goes behind you. Draw your chest towards the thigh, lift up, engage the core, and then exhale, revolve to look over your right shoulder. So keep that upward lift of the chest and the length in the spine. Keep drawing the thigh in. You should feel a nice stretch through this right glute and hip. Inhale, look back to center. Exhale, unravel. And then opposite side. So bringing the right heel to the outside of the right buttock. Crossing the legs. Hug right arm around left knee. Left hand behind you, lift up through the core before you revolve, and then draw the navel in. Don't just swing the shoulders back. You're spiraling the spine all the way from the navel upwards. Turning the head, but keep shoulders away from ears. And then inhale, come back to center, exhale, coming to a seated position. And rest your hands on your thighs or in your lap where your shoulders will be relaxed. Sit up nice and tall, close your eyes. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste, friends. Have a lovely day.